Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today are some factors. And I want you to take these factors into consideration, okay? And if you're not seeing them, I don't know how you're not seeing them because they're really not hard to see, okay? These factors are already in motion. And in my opinion, these are factors that are building up to the next, I guess you could say, another September 2001. Okay. I'm going to give you the list of these factors, and if you want to write them down, please, by all means, go ahead. So you can, fact check me or whatever the case may be. Okay. The first one is the fall of Kabul. Okay, it was handed Al-Qaeda its sanctuary back while the U.S. lost 98% of its intel collection. Second one is that these extremists were evacuated out of Kabul among real refugees. Third one is that thousands of these extremists have been allowed across the U.S. border unvetted, most with fake identity documents, making watch listing completely ineffective. The next one is DHS and ICE immigration sweeps are not prioritizing deporting high-risk terroristic nationalities. Okay. The next one is Washington continues funding the Taliban. The very group that harbors bin Laden's, or bin Laden, however you want to pronounce it, his sons, and Saif al-Adel. The next one is Abu Muhammad al-Julani, Sirajuddin Haqqani, I think it is, Haqqani, and Abu Aziz Haqqani. Have been quietly removed from the U.S. bounty list. The next one is Julani, and that's Julani. He himself was allowed to take a victory lap on U.S. soil. Yeah. Now, these extremists have praised, it's similar to the fall of Kabul, the fall of Syria, and the success of October 7th. Now, there has also been no increase in the $1 million bounty of Hamza bin Laden, while the intelligence community still covers up CIA's incorrect assessment that he is deceased. A new CIA director has not course corrected the agency's Stockholm syndrome with the Taliban, particularly the Haqqanis. Negotiations with extremists continue in both Gaza and Afghanistan. A seat at the table gives them continued legitimacy. The next one is the U.S. is helping bankroll fake ISIS counterterrorism operations in collusion with the Taliban and Julani in Afghanistan and in Syria. And U.S. taxpayer funds from this program gets diverted to a handful of designated extremist groups. The FBI still can't wrap up Shamsuddin Jabbar's Louisiana cell or admit that it is linked directly back to ISIS military commission and the Syrian Ministry of Defense. Aviation security has been weakened due to weak leadership in the TSA and the FAMS. No real push to detect Al-Qaeda's invisible BOMB, and even has downgraded screening against shoe bombs. Okay. Statewide fusion centers are not sharing the NCTC Al-Qaeda Homeland Threat Alert written for law enforcement with local law enforcement and first responders, ignoring the fact that both Qatar and Turkey are actively working against our core objective. Keeping our homeland safe and our republic strong is extremely reckless. Failure to recognize the extent of cooperation between the Iranian government and Al Qaeda after Iran sheltered the group's leadership and their families for 2 decades. If we ask what sets the stage for another catastrophic attack on our homeland, this is it, this list that I just read to you. We've seen this before, okay? It's almost like a movie. We've seen this movie before, but the sequel is going to be far worse. And the public will blame the government for failing to prepare our communities when every warning sign has been flashing red, okay? And no one is taking any notice, okay? The flags are there, the red flags, the sirens, everything is going off constantly, and no one is taking any notice, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. I have some videos that I'm going to share with you that were sent in by community members. You guys stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less and God bless. Ciao.
So let me get this straight here. We're supposed to be sad because the Democrat Party may put us in a government shutdown. So that means Doge 2.0 is coming. Because President Trump already said the government shuts down. It's not going to be furloughs. They're going to be fired. And all he has to do is let the government stay shut down for about 2-3 weeks. They ain't coming back. Donald Trump has successfully reduced the size of government. Successfully. I want you to realize this. Donald Trump has successfully reduced the size of government with the Democrat help. Hey, Democrats, did you vote for this? Because I did.
Got some major breakage. There it goes. Propane, Freon. That house will hit that house. Holy.
Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah. I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead.
You guys please let me do.
Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
What the Democrats are saying to us is that we're going to close government unless you Republicans agree to make it bigger. It looks like we're going to have a shutdown. What does that tell us? I'll tell you what it tells me. It's simply that much more evidence that human evolution is a slow process. I thought humans had advanced more as a species, but apparently we haven't. What do I mean by a shutdown? Well, we can't keep government open without a budget. And tonight at midnight, our current budget expires unless we vote to maintain the status quo and continue the current budget as we negotiate a new one. Many of my Democratic friends say, well, what's the problem? The Republicans are in charge. The president's a Republican, and the Republicans have a majority in the Senate, and the Republicans have a majority in the House. What's the problem? They know what the problem is. We can't pass a budget. We can't keep government open just with Republican votes here in the Senate. We only have 53 Republicans. We need 7 Democrats to join with us. So for my Democratic colleagues to say, well, the Republicans are in charge and they don't need us, they know that's not accurate. And that's what's going on. Now, we've had a few shutdowns before, and every shutdown is different, but most shutdowns are a combination of both policy and politics in varying degrees. This shutdown, in terms of policy, makes absolutely no sense. None. What we have proposed to our Democratic colleagues and the minority leader, Senator Schumer, is to make no changes to the current budget. We just want to continue the current budget and keep government open until just before Thanksgiving to give us more time to negotiate a permanent budget. We did that many times when President Biden was president and when the Democrats had the majority. In fact, we did it 13 times. Not only have Republicans done it, but Democrats have routinely done it. But this time, the Democrats have said, no. We want more. And you may be thinking, okay, that's reasonable. What do you want? Well, it's not reasonable. In effect, what the Democrats are saying to us is that we're going to close government unless you Republicans agree to make it bigger. We don't want the status quo. We want you to commit to spending $1.5 trillion more than you're spending now. And we, the Democrats are saying, are going to tell you how to spend it. First, they want us to repeal all of the Medicaid reforms that we did in the reconciliation bill. Some call it the One Big Beautiful Bill. The One Big Beautiful Bill would not reduce Medicaid. In fact, it would go up about 2% every year as a result of our bill. But it would say to people who are on Medicaid, who aren't eligible for Medicaid, that you're not going to get Medicaid anymore. Dual eligibles, people who sign up in Louisiana and Mississippi, that's fraud. Under our bill, they would be thrown off. The Democrats want them put back on. Under our changes in the One Big Beautiful Bill that the Democrats want us to reverse, you would have to satisfy certain income levels to be on Medicaid. The law says if you make too much money, you can't get Medicaid because Medicaid is for the poor. In my state, we have found people through audits making $120,000 a year on Medicaid. So our bill, which the Democrats want us to repeal after just passing it, would say to those people that if you don't meet the income limits, you can't get Medicaid. So that's the first demand of the Democrats. Take out all the reforms that we made to Medicaid in the reconciliation bill and throw them out the window. Number two, they want to extend the Obamacare subsidies. What does that mean?